Good afternoon, Mr. Abraham.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so to start, tell us a little bit about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Um, why you got interested in politics.
Okay. I'm going to give you the crash course about myself first. This is, you know what I have Barbados in a nutshell?
Yes.
This is Wilfred Abrams in a nutshell.
Great.
I am 40 years old. I've been a lawyer for 16 years. I was the president of the Barbados Bar Association for 4 years, the president of the Caribbean Bar Association for 4 years. I am currently the Caribbean representative on the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. I have been a trustee of the Caribbean Court of Justice Trust Fund for about 5 years. I have played many competitive sports. I represented Barbados at the CAC Games in fencing. I'm a grandmaster at shooting. I believe in charity. I've been involved in a number of charitable pursuits. I'm a tin carrying member of the Barbados Puppy League. Well, I support the Barbados Puppy League and I actually walk about with the tins and sell the puppies. I believe in charity. I believe charity begins at home.
Good.
That is me in a nutshell. I have no kids.
No kids?
No.
Are you married?
No, not yet.
Okay. So why did you get involved in politics?
I believe that you can't stand on the outside and complain. When the government changed last time, I was exceedingly disappointed with the broken promise of the Democratic Labour Party. And I have a social conscience. I believe if you have benefited, then you ought to benefit others. I've gotten a lot from Barbados. I've gotten free education. My life has been blessed so far. And raised in the way that I was in a Christian household, I believe that it was my social duty to give back something to the country that's given me so much.
Okay.
I definitely thought I could do a better job than the person who is currently in Christchurch East, and that's why I'm here.
Okay. Why Christchurch East?
Well, I grew up in Enterprise, which is across the road. It's the next constituency down. And when Reggie Farley decided he was not coming back, the neighbouring constituency became available. So I expressed an interest and I ran for Christchurch East because that was what was available at the time, and I don't regret it.
Okay, great. So, why the BLP?
Well, it should be obvious. The BLP has a greater vision. At the time when I was really disenchanted, it was the Democratic Labour Party that was in power. So it would not make any sense for me to join the Democratic Labour Party. I thought that the Barbados Labour Party could definitely do a better job. I thought that, well, in addition to being a lawyer, I'm also involved in business. And I was going through the roughest period of my working life. And if I was feeling it as a self-employed attorney at law, then other people had to be feeling it as well.
Okay.
So I thought that the best way I could make a difference was to join the Barbados Labour Party, to try hard to form part of the next government, and try to do whatever I could do to turn Barbados around.
Okay. So, as a newcomer, how has your reception been in the community?
How many words you want? I would say it's been wonderful. When I started, I mean, obviously people viewed a certain degree of skepticism because you're a new face. And they're wondering, wait, Reggie not running more?
Yes.
But I think people are accustomed to me now. And I've met a lot of people through politics that I would not otherwise, I guess, have met. And it is wonderful when you go in the area and people know your name. It is wonderful when you go to a house and people come out and hug you. There's just one particular girl. It's almost embarrassing because actually I think Barbados today was with me in the constituency. And we went to this house and this little girl charged out the door and jumped onto me. And prompted somebody to ask, wait, are you just really the parliamentary representative or do you know her well? I said, that's not my child. But it is that sort of thing. There are some families that now identify with me. There are some people that associate me with things, and luckily it's positive things. So you get the benefit of that reception. And it is a wonderful feeling to look into the eyes of somebody that you've helped and know that you've made a difference to somebody. It is even more special when it's an older person or a child. Nothing can beat that feeling. The reception has been great. And I think now most people are just hoping that I get in. to see what I can do.
Good. All right. So, if you could speak directly to your voters right now, what are some of the reasons you would give them that you...
Christchurch East is a very, very socially diverse constituency. And the mistake has been made in the past in trying to apply a broad brush to address the problems and the woes of Christchurch East. You have the upper middle income in Southern Heights. You have the completely unemployed in other parts of the constituency. So what is necessary for one sector is not what's necessary for the next one. And we've suffered, especially with the current representative, from what I call partial representation. He has focused on one sector to the complete exclusion of the other. And representation is about total representation. I mean, let's strip it all away. I believe it is our duty to help those less fortunate. I believe social programs and job programs and all the incentives should be provided for those in the lower income bracket to help them better themselves, to help people get jobs, to help people feed their families. Having said that, Barbados has a large middle class. It probably has the largest middle income sector of any country in the Caribbean. So to completely ignore that sector is to disadvantage a large section of the electorate. And that is what has been happening for too long in Barbadian politics. Yes, I want to help everybody. And I say that not just in words. I say that because I believe as a representative, you need to represent everyone who has voted for you. Everybody who works hard should be able to benefit. Everybody who has a family should be able to feed their family. Everybody who has an idea or wants to push forward in business should be given the opportunities to do so, no matter where you live. Why vote for me? Because I can think outside the box. I believe we've become stagnant in Barbados. Our politics has gone stale. The economy has grown to a halt. We're not moving. Actually, we're moving backwards. And you cannot, the definition of madness is to do the same things over and over and hope for a different result. If what is happening now is not working, then you need to try different things. The style of government that existed before in Barbados cannot apply to this modern situation. It cannot apply to 2013, 2014, 2015. We need people now who can think past what was done before, who can identify and isolate problems and provide solutions for those problems that haven't been thought of before. I am such a person. Many in the next cabinet of the Barbados Labour Party will be such people. We have a whole cadre of people who are involved in business. We have professionals. We have self-employed people. We have people who are accustomed to making decisions and having the buck stop. The most disheartening thing to me has been the very, very negative way in which some people conduct their affairs and conduct their campaigns. I have no enemies. My opponent, he's my opponent. He's not my enemy. At the end of the day, I wish to beat him. But I am not going to try to beat him at all costs. I am not going to stoop so low as to try underhanded methods to get through. While I want to help, and while I want to be represented for Christchurch East, it is not a case of representation at all costs. I have my integrity to consider. I have my value system that has been with me my whole life. So I am urging my people to run a very, very clean campaign. We deal with the issues. It is for us to tell the people of Barbados what it is that we can do and why it should be me. It is for my opponent to defend his very, very poor record and explain why he's been missing in action for the last 5 years and why there's a flurry of activity 6 weeks, within the last 6 weeks only, coming up to elections. And I don't need to defame him to do that. I don't need to pull down his posters. I will act in a way that will give pride to the people that know me and maintain my dignity and self-respect. And if the other side is not prepared to do that, then that is their business. I don't act in reaction to them. I think for myself. We've been involved in the community for the last 2.5 years. I sponsor the Abrams United football team. I sponsor the Abrams United Potential Ballers, which is a different group, their football team and their netball team. I've just sponsored the Parish Land Football Club. I sponsor a number of individuals as well. And why I do it, I mean, it is very expensive, don't get me wrong. And I have to draw on the resources of my friends. But why I do it is that I feel I need to show that I believe in you. I think I need to show all the people, I'm not just coming around asking for your vote. I am saying to you, I am prepared to back you. And the point I've made to somebody, right? Look at all we've done. Look at the donations we've made. Look at the people we've helped feed. Look at the hampers that we've given. Look at what we've given to the children's homes. Look at what we have done. If we have done this with private resources, just imagine what we could do if we had the resources of government to invest in the people of Christchurch East. And that is my promise to the people of Christchurch East. For those who need the help, I will help you. Every cent that the government gives me that I can spend on you, I will spend it on you. I will put it back in. We will all benefit, and in 5 years we will see a difference in this community in Christchurch East. For those in the middle income bracket, I'm one of you. I'm not pretending, I'm not ashamed of what I've accomplished in my private life. I know it is hard for you because it is hard for me. And it is in the interest of all of Barbados to see that money starts to stir again in our economy. It is in the interest of Barbados for the middle income people to get back their allowances, that they have more money to spend. People say the BLP is the party of the rich people, right? I don't agree with that. We're the party of full representation. Why we get branded that way is because when we're in power, we don't just help the lower income bracket, we also help the middle income, and we work with those who have money. Because if there's money at the top, it trickles all the way down to the bottom. And the reality of it is, Barbados needs the Barbados Labour Party more than it ever did before. The Democratic Labour Party has failed miserably. It is a stalled economy. We need to vote for action, not excuses. If they could have done better, then they should already have done better. If they can't, they need now to step aside and let those who can do. Cut.
Actually, my next question would be something a little bit lighter. In light of all of the planning, preparation, and meetings that you have to do at this time, what do you do to relax and take some of the stress away?
I love Criminal Minds. I recently bought Netflix, and every chance I get, I just sit down with my girlfriend and I watch Criminal Minds. If I can pinch an hour, if I can pinch 2 hours, I sit down and do that. There's not much opportunity for much else. When you come in from the field, it is hot out there, it is rough out there, and it is exhausting. But I keep going because I keep my eye on the prize. It's about the greater goal. It's about getting in, helping Team BLP get in, right? Because we need and we are needed by Barbados to help restore hope and provide a better tomorrow for our people.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right, give me 1 second.